Good, y'all. Listen, let's talk about Midsommar. Okay, so Halloween, I decided I was gonna watch Midsommar. Finally came out for rent on that Amazon Prime, and I heard up and rented that mug. Cause I wanted to see it. Cause I like Ari Aster. I like his work. I love Hereditary. And listen, that short film he is it's something strange about them Johnsons. Child, listen, now mind you, I think that was done in 2011, whatever. Every year it circulates again. So yeah, let's just say Ari Aster has a way of making you feel damn comfortable. And that sense of dread. The heavy sense of dread could almost be suffocating, hangs in the air. He got that down to a damn science, y'all. So with Midsommar, listen, Midsommar is beautiful. That whole movie, despite the craziness, it was filmed beautifully. The colors was off the chain. That place, I ain't gonna lie, I would love to visit, but not when y'all doing y'all festival or anything like that. No. I would like to find a way if I could visit and me not being used as part of y'all sacrifice. We're gonna have to figure out something. But I would listen. It is so freaking gorgeous over there. It's so freaking gorgeous. I mean, just the trees, the grass, everything just green like a mug. Now, this movie, you could say, I think people are saying, like, it reminds them of The Wicker Man. And I could see that. And, it has me thinking, like, I wonder, was, The Wicker Man, was that, like, one of his favorite movies while he was growing up? And, like, if he get the chance, he would make you could say a love song or an ode to, like, one of his favorite movies, if The Wicker Man was his favorite movie. And I could see the comparisons in it, yeah. Now, the whole movie, I'm not going to do a play-by-play, because I'm going to be honest with you. I watched it once, and it was so much shit going on. I know I ain't going to remember all of it, The cast, they did great. Baby girl, the girl that played Danny, what's her name? Florence Pugh. I like her. When I tell you, she was able to emote just all the things she was going through. That grief, bruh. That grief a bitch. You hear me? And I wonder, as I got through watching it the first time, I was like, it seemed like it just shows a way of going through the different cycles of grief. You know what I'm saying? And when, like, at the beginning, when she lost everything, she lost the whole fam. Her sister, who was dealing with mental illness, dealing with being, I think she was bipolar. She decided to take her life and the life of her parents. And she's in a relationship that, let's just be real, should have ended a long time ago. He's not there emotionally. And to be honest, is he really there physically? You get me? And I'm quite sure Danny knows that he doesn't want to be there. But the fact that he ain't putting no initiative to leave, and guess what? And she ain't pushing no initiative to push him away. So it's almost like a fucking symbiotic, parasitic type of relationship with them. You know what I'm saying? So when it came out about, the family leaving. Now, Christian, no, he can't. Now, listen, he could leave her, to be honest. But that'd be a bitch move. And then just to have to think, you really don't know how close to the edge your girlfriend is anyway. So it's like, you can't have, you don't want that on your fucking conscience. Even though with his friends, they like, listen, you need to dump this girl, especially the redhead one, So he basically, he's just there and barely in body, not in spirit. And so when it comes up with the thing about them going to Sweden, he didn't really tell her about it. And she was like, well, I just wish you would have told me. And then go back and forth, and she got on that plane too, y'all. And the thing about homeboy, about Ari Aster, he basically shows y'all what all gonna happen in the movie, throughout the movie, through pictures, through like the first, if I remember right, through the first 5 minutes of the film, shows how all of them die and all that. So they make it there, they go there, they follow a dude named Pele or whatever. That's his commune. That's his home. You know what I'm saying? And those his people. And listen, as soon as you get there, the first thing they want to do is get you high. Slang you mushrooms or tea. I'm like, this. Why are they so quick to get you high, bruh? That's like a red flag right there. Even though I would like to try one of the mushrooms, I don't know. Cause listen, Danny was going. Danny going through her own shit. She grieving hard. So she's sitting on the side of a hill, looking down. It's grass growing through her feet. It's grass going through her feet. The redhead dude. Wait, he was tripping. That shit was fun. I ain't gonna lie. I was cackling. Because he was high. He was scary high. The fucking trees are breathing. You can see him inhale, exhale. Different colors and all that stuff like that, right? And so there's some more Americans there. Connie and her boyfriend. I can't think of them. But they was like from the UK. So it's more outsiders. Let's just say outsiders. So when they make it to the commune and all that, let me tell you something. Good goddamn, it's so pretty. All the freaking fucking colors. They clothing was everything. All that white, listen, all it was everything. Now, here's the thing when I like to think about a culture shock. Now, mind you, I don't know. I think I heard that said, like, part of this was based off of original Sweden ritual festival when they did with Midsommar. The thing about Midsommar is they day hours are extra long and the nighttime is kind of shortened down. Now, in this movie, I don't think they had nighttime. If they did, it was probably 30 minutes or 5 minutes. Ain't no telling. So the whole thing, here's the whole thing with the whole horror aspect of this. Now, you would think it would be due to a crazy serial killer, a monster, or old god, or anything of that nature. No, it wasn't. Here was if the monster, if you want to call it that, old ways. You could call it old pagan ways. The old times, the old ways. This was the culture shock. The culture shock was the monster. Like I like to think of it as. That was the monster. Now, mind you, that okay, the kids from America and all that stuff. Let's just say we all know what's the leading religion over here, Christianity and all that stuff like that. And you have to think about with all the different civilizations all over the world, Christianity was not their true religion, they true first religion. Let's keep that 100. They had old ways. They had old pagan ways. Each culture, each civilization, each region, whatever, they had their own mythology, their own gods and goddesses, their old customs and rituals. You get what I'm saying? Now with this commune, they had their own rituals, their own gods, their own laws, and they upheld them. You know, they believed in what they believed, and it was different from what these the young kids, the people, the outsiders, what they was used to, or what they seen. To me, it didn't scare me. I was fascinated with the shit. You hear me? I love learning about different cultures and everything that's before Christianity. Before Christianity, you know, got born and went and spread over the world like wildfire. So when they go through, especially through the ritual of the old people, of the elderly man and woman, and they got ready to go, and basically bid adieu. And you see them up at the top, and then you when they were up there, and y'all just looking, and it seemed to me, Danny, if you watched her, it was like as soon as she knew what was going to happen. And it was like she was just standing there waiting, like, I know. Yep, that's what's going to happen. And the gore and the horror comes with instances like this. When it's gore, they don't shy away from it, bitch. You hear me? Only one instances, well, was it one instances? A couple instances. You only saw the after effects of certain things that happened, especially with the redhead dude and Connie and her boyfriend. You saw the after effects of them. But all the rest of it, all the other craziness, they did not shy from. When that old biddy, said her due to her god or goddess or whatever and everything and jumped that cliff, I ain't gonna lie. When her body hit that damn rock at the bottom and they showed it, I hollered. Yeah, I started laughing, and that sounds so wrong, but it took me by surprise because I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting for that to show. So my response was laughter, shocked laughter. And then with the older dude, with homeboy, old head, the man, he did it. He jumped. I like, damn, bruh. Which was fucked up with him was he survived the jump. Now his leg was all mangled and everything. I hated that for him because he was suffering. See, the old lady, she ain't had to suffer. Listen, as soon as her head hit that hard substance, her face was gone. When I tell you, her face looked like an open motherfucking watermelon, bitch. Like if you just cut all through it and all that stuff. I was like, and then the family came, and I'm thinking, when the people came, they had a woman and two dudes. They had a big old hammer, and basically they bashed his face in. And the way they acted afterwards, I was thinking maybe that was his kids or his grandkids, family. And when they got the bodies, they, burned them, put them in the cinder and took the ashes to the family tree. Now, when that happened, what you see after, the two people had, jumped to their deaths or whatever, the outsiders was the ones that were acting crazy, especially Connie and her boyfriend. They ain't seen none like, they didn't know anything like that. They weren't used to nothing like that. And then, the lady of the commune, and I'm wondering her, I'm wondering, was she like the chief of the commune? Was she like the leader? And you listen, and she basically, she was telling about their history, about their customs, and how it was. It's all about, I'm gonna fuck up this word, y'all. Reciprocity. Reciprocate. How they reciprocate. The those that meet the end of their line, instead of, getting more sick or more older and, living in shame, they decide to make way for the new life to come in. And when they stop, when they lives stop, the new life come in and the new ones will get their name, and it's over and over again. And I had to think about, okay, I get that. Now, down here, I live in Mississippi. My folks, we had this thing, especially dealing with death and birth. We always say when a person dies and it's raining, God has called them home. They gone to heaven and things of that nature. But it always was said that when a new life come in, it's just basically filling the void of the old life that left. You know what I'm saying? And then when it happens within the family, it's just basically saying, you could say like a form of reincarnation. So we do believe in that instance. And it kind of falls in line with what she was saying, with her customs, with the commune customs and things of that nature. Now, if we also see how they deal with like other customs, they have an oracle there. He looks, he's a product of inbreeding. You know what I'm saying? He all jacked up and everything, but he's the oracle. He prophesies and stuff. Now, they have that. They have, listen, they do their own witchcraft. Redhead girl, she already put her sights on Christian. She said she saw another ginger, one that was cuter, and she said, I want him. And, and she was sitting what it do. Pubic hair in the fucking food and other shit in the drink. She was putting bodily food. I said, girl, you putting that work on them, huh? And all that. And now, man, they were keeping certain people high. They were making sure them folks were being high. Now, the people of the commune, I'm quite sure they stayed high too. But if that's what you normally take, it ain't nothing. It's just like a motherfucker taking a daily vitamin. Now, the brother, he studied anthropology. And so, like, learning about all this customs, that's his speed. He loves all about that stuff. What he wanted to do, he wanted to talk to the elders, take pictures of their customs, learn whatever. Yeah, they were going to tell you certain things, but you weren't going to take nothing of theirs. You know what I'm saying? So, to be honest, I wholeheartedly think that them new people they were coming in to add new fresh blood into their bloodline. So, they won't keep having more of these inbred looking ass, kids. Cause when I think they were doing the dancing thing, the May Queen shit. May Queen, when they dance, try to crown the May Queen. Oh, look at a couple of them girls. Couple of girls' eyes was going like this, coming forward from the side of their skull. I like, ooh. Yeah, y'all need some fresh blood up in here, huh? And, and I wholeheartedly believe that Pillay, I probably pronounced his name wrong. He already called his people, let them know I got a new May Queen and I got a new bride. He already set his sights for Danny. Because basically he was spitting game to her anyway. And Danny, she was seeing what was going on. Especially how Christian ass was acting. And, especially when the redhead girl basically put her sights on Christian. Now, she saw that. What else? It was on the tip of my tongue. Also, the way these people act, they have certain mannerisms. When they do that whole inhale, exhale, mouth pop or whatever, on certain things, and then like in certain situations how they act, like when somebody is in pain, a group of them start going through the motions with them. But I think with the way of them going through the motions with them, they kind of act like a body, if you will. Like how you have an affection and all like different blood cells come in all at once to handle that. It's kind of along them lines. Cause okay, instance, when Christian high ass got gooped, and the head bitch in charge basically told Christian, yeah, you finna lay it down with redhead up in there. I approve this mating. Remember, they need fresh blood, cause a lot of some of them kids, some of the girls, their eyes doing this. I'm just saying. And so they made sure he stayed high, cause he was like excruciating her. Now, here's the thing. When he got gooped, went up in the room with the redhead girl, and they was getting ready to do what it do. You see all them naked women around there. They was there. They started going through the motions. When the sexual act happened, the girl, yeah, she grabbed for Krista somewhat, but her hand went in the back and grabbed one of the women. And the women basically coached through her. They was like extra mouthpieces. They breathed and sank. They moaned and sank. They did all of that and sank. And I'm quite sure the redhead girl was probably scared. Because I'm thinking she was a virgin. Was she a virgin? I think she was. So it's just basically what that commune of people, I almost said tribal. You could say that too. Tribal people does. And here we go. How those group of women, how they circle around the girl, the redhead girl, and also how the old head one start pushing Christian in. She's like, listen here, boy, stop being scared and go and fuck this girl so we get this over with. But also the thing with Danny. Danny went through the whole dancing thing. She became the May Queen. But she was looking for Christian. And when she went and saw what happened, looked at that peephole and seen that, she started crying. And all the women that was with her, they surrounded her. They followed her. They went to her and everything. And when she started crying, they started crying. And the thing about it was, I was watching them. And I was trying to look and see, well, this is like a form of mockery of what they were doing. It wasn't. It's how they dealt with that. It's how they dealt with pain. You don't feel it yourself. We all feel it together. We are a network. You get me? And you have to think about it. She didn't have that when she lost her parents and her sister. She was by herself. You would think that Christian ass was what? No, he wasn't. He was there in body, but he wasn't there in spirit. He wasn't that emotional anchor to help her. You get me? But those strangers were. And that's how when she got there, she may have lost one family, but she gained her down a whole big ass family. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen with Redhead, cause after Redhead got through it, she said, I feel the baby in there. I said, bet you do, bitch. And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out, I don't know how she gonna feel when Redhead starts showing and knowing that she's knocked up with her damn dead boyfriend sperm baby or whatever. But I don't even think she cares, to be honest, cause her and Peel, that's he already put claim on her, bro. He already put claim on her. Now, that's who she gonna be with. I'm just gonna say. Now, with the whole thing when everything start going to hell, everything start going to hell. Bruh, man, he got knocked out because he did something he wasn't supposed to do. Fuck with them folks shit. And I said, listen here, bruh, y'all was already marked, because that whole festival had supposed to be sacrificed nine souls. 9 souls. 9, if I remember right. 9 souls for that festival and all that stuff. And the last one goes to be picked by the May Queen. They had the 2 elders. They had the other people, you know, the other ones, the strangers and all this stuff like that, right? They had 2 more that went voluntarily, and also the one that the May Queen picked. Now, let me tell you how they fucked up. It was one thing about, like I said before, earlier in the film, they basically show you how all of them was gonna die. I'm trying to figure out, okay, I know exactly when they had got homeboy, the redhead boy, and skinned his ass. I would have really liked to see the whole skinning thing. I'm just saying, I would have liked to see it. I'm like, if we gonna see a face get motherfucking flattened from a free fall, we should be able to see some skinning. I'm just saying. But you know, I ain't gonna bitch. I ain't gonna front. Because I'm trying to think, did I watch the theatrical release or the director's cut? Because the director's cut is 30 extra minutes. So it probably got more craziness going on. Listen. And brother, I can't think of his name. What's his name? Josh? I think the black one's named Josh, right? You know, he felt some kind of way because Christian, all of a sudden, this nigga decided he finna do his report on the same thing that Josh was doing. I'm like, for real though? When the hell you acting like you ever gave a damn what you were doing in your schoolwork, bruh? And you know how Josh felt some kind of way. And I was like, I don't blame you, bruh. I feel some kind of way too, bruh. But they not pull bruh man back on top of the head. And listen, when I saw his damn foot, his leg hanging out the motherfucking garden, sticking out in the garden, when I paused that and I looked, I was like, y'all for real? Y'all gonna do bruh man like that? Y'all buried them upside down out. And then they did, what they did with the boyfriend from the UK, Connor's boyfriend. I said, wait a minute, I could have sworn this was a horror movie, not an episode from Hannibal. They had him looking like them, it was an episode in Hannibal when the serial killer, he had this thing about rigging up these people, cutting them, filleting them and all that stuff, but situating their bodies up so they could look like angels. So I was like, yo, wait a minute, what's going on? What we doing? That. But when you see just the whole, when everything goes to fuck shit, and it does, and at the end, Christian finds himself stuffed in a bear. Now, mind you, what they did to him, homegirl, this is the blonde, little short, young blonde hair girl, she said, listen, can you see me? Okay, now, I'm gonna tell you something, Christian. Yeah, guess what, bro? You can't move. You can't speak. But don't worry, you gonna be able to feel everything, though. You gonna be able to feel everything. I was like, yo, that gotta be hell. Now, I already knew that Danny was gonna choose homeboy. Listen, Christian, bruh. You knew you were gone, right? And so when they put them all together up in that cute little yellow triangular house to burn, when they got the 2 volunteers in there, and then, he was like, here, take this sap tar tree to feel no pain. I said, well, that's good. At least you're looking at him, look out for him like that. I was like, well, whole nigga kill me. Because don't nobody want to go out by flame. And when the flame happened, at first, It looked like, they didn't feel nothing. But boy, when that fight got to them nerve endings, they felt that. I said, ooh, Lord, I hope it be quick. I was like, I hope, it just be quick with them. But I was like, Christian, you finna catch hell, bruh. I was like, damn. And when everything goes up in blaze, and everybody, the whole commune all around them, they start going through the pain. Cause remember, fuck Christian and the outside stuff like that. They still had their own people up in there, volunteers. So you could say they helped filter their way through the pain, and all the people in the commune, they felt the pain of the ones that was up in there burning. Except for Danny. Danny looked like, yeah, she lost, she lost her family, lost the paper, she gained a new one. And you could basically see all the ties, all the things that was holding her down or whatever. She started smiling, started laughing. And now you could take this as this. You could take it that she finally snapped, or that she's laughing because that sense of dread, that heavy balloon, that grief is off of her, and she's finally free. But yeah, that's Midsommar. I love that movie. I love Midsommar, y'all. I loved it. Ari Aster, I can't wait to see what else you got coming out, bro. I can't wait. I really can't. Y'all. Yep. That's it, heathens. I'm holler at y'all. Y'all be good. Y'all be grand.